Here we go.
What's up, nerds? Welcome back to another episode of Nerdy Entertainment Syndicate. Guys, we finally made it down to San Diego.
Yay!
Where is everybody?
I don't know. Didn't they say that there's going to be a lot of comic book stuff, movies, and whatnot?
Yeah, it was this weekend, right?
Wait a minute.
No.
Shit. I think...
Well,
I think it was Thursday?
I guess we're early.
Yes.
All right, we're early.
Hey, Drew. So, how's it going, man?
Not too bad, man. It was Comic-Con weekend last weekend. This is our first annual Comic-Con recap show.
Yeah. So, it's another recap of us missing out on Comic-Con again.
Yeah, this time it's documented.
But anyways, a lot of trailers came out of this Comic-Con. I mean, a ton of trailers.
A lot of good news in general, just like on the comic front, and toys and collectibles. And
Also,
movies and trailers and
for those
TV
who do Funko hunting and stuff like that, a lot of Funko Pops were released to coincide with Comic-Con. So a lot of fails, a lot of tears, a lot of excitement, and a lot of wins.
You know, I didn't realize you were into the Funko as much as you are. I thought like we did our hunt like a couple months ago. It was just kind of like that. But I didn't know you actually followed the forums and followed the release dates and stuff.
Oh yeah, man!
Because I was like, I knew there was these exclusives that were coming out.
Oh yeah,
Comic-Con.
timed exclusives. Like if you don't have your finger on the trigger, you'll miss out.
But that's the thing. I thought there were Comic-Con exclusives only at Comic-Con.
Yes and no.
That's why I was surprised, like, because I had a friend that got a couple for me. Said she was out hunting for them. It's like, but
Right.
aren't they just at San Diego? And I found out you and her were at the same shops doing the same Funko hunt. It was like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So yeah, so it's a yes and no. There's some exclusives that coincide with San Diego Comic-Con that some retailers will get, and there's some that you have to be at the con to get it.
Yeah, I had no idea.
One of the Funkos you sought after was Indiana Jones, and geez, man,
That one I saw was like exclusively at the Disney parks.
Yes, and there were people able to get it on the app, but it turns out that 90% of those people that got it through the app were canceled on.
Why is that?
I don't know. I honestly I don't know what the reason was or anything like that, but it's just I'm hearing a lot of sad stories of people that got excited that they got it and they're getting their cancellation emails, you know?
Yeah, because you told me it was available on the app, so I downloaded the app and I couldn't find it on there.
Yeah.
And I think this was before the actual release date, which was on the 22nd.
Yeah.
And then I didn't end up going back onto it because I thought I'll just like order it from
Yeah.
Disney online or something, or have somebody pick it up when they go to Disneyland for me.
Yeah, so fortunately, this year there wasn't too many Funkos I was really interested in. But there were some few that I ended up getting. Like I got Gorilla Grodd.
I wish I would have known about that. I would have liked to have gotten him.
That was a cool figure. I got the Powerpuff Girls.
That was a good set.
Yep, and then the ones that just came in, the Teen Titans with different superhero costumes.
Yeah, like the Robin in a Batman costume.
Yeah. So tell me, those don't look amazing.
Those are super cool. Those are cool. I'm not a big follower of the Teen Titans Go, so I don't know if I'd get those myself, but those are really cool.
I'm not a huge follower of Teen Titans Go. I mean, my daughter is. But those figures were too cool, really, for me to pass up on them.
You think those are some that'll like skyrocket in value?
Maybe, but they look awesome. So, you know, I'm keeping those.
I'm sticking to collecting the characters and figures that I like love.
Correct,
grew up with
and
passionate
and
about,
I've
not just because they're Funko exclusives.
Exactly, and I've reached to the point where we were talking about this a couple of days ago. I was like, you know what? I have a lot of Star Wars, and I'm a fan of Star Wars to a point, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I'd rather trade this in for some Marvel characters that I like. So I'm going to end up trading some of my Star Wars Funko Pops or selling them just so I can get some more Marvel stuff.
Right on. Yeah, like I told you, like I just started like Star Wars characters.
Mm-hmm.
I have the Rey figure from Force Awakens.
Right.
And I would want to stick to just like the main characters, like the Luke,
Mm-hmm.
Hans, Leia, and Vader. Like I'm not going to get just random Stormtrooper.
Right, and then I got a couple of those, and so I want to start trading those out or something like that. But anyways, I had fun. I showed up at the store early, and you really do have to do your research on it.
And there was a line too, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a bit of a line.
surprised me.
Nothing too crazy like last year. Last year was pretty chaotic. Everybody rushed in, and I always take my little one, and you know how I am. If it's putting her in danger, whatever. It's a toy. I don't care. And people get pretty rude.
Was it really crazy?
A little bit, yeah. People got pretty rude, and I was like, it ain't worth it, you know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but this time it was controlled chaos, and then you got those people that like to flip things. The guy came in and bought 5 of almost everything, and that kind of takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah,
they
those
should
flippers, I hate that so much.
If anything, limit to 2.
Two.
So that
See,
way you can get
yeah.
one for you and one for me.
Yeah.
If I'm not there.
Yeah.
Whatever, but.
So I mean, you I've always telling you to go down the forums, man. I mean, you would have told me, I would have gone on your Gorilla Grodd for you.
If I would have known.
Yeah, but anyways, it was fun. There was a lot of like I said, special edition Funkos, Indiana Jones. They also had Marcus from Gears of War.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yep, and then Conan O'Brien always has his special Funkos.
I saw those San Diego Comic-Con ones.
Yeah, so you enter the sweepstakes if you don't show up to win some of his Funkos. He's going to start releasing the date on the 26th, which is today that we're recording, so people might find out they've won something for the next few days coming up, so...
Are those going to be put on the market, or are those
nope. Just exclusive to being to his show and winning the Funkos.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there's
those
that.
are super cool.
Yeah. So and then pretty much every other kind of collectibles. DC has their direct stuff.
Yeah, just like the Sideshow collectibles, seeing their new
Right.
products, like the Nightmare Batmans, the Hot Toys. Did you see the Hot Toys Suicide Squad ones?
Yes.
Those things look amazing.
Yep. I thought I was looking at a still picture
That's
of
exactly.
Harley Quinn, but it was a hot toy. I was
That's
like,
exactly what I thought too.
And then they
looking at
have
a picture.
their Mattel, because that's where they do their stuff. So they got Maddie collection. So they always have Masters of the Universe and stuff like that. They always have really cool collectibles. I remember the last time I went to San Diego Comic-Con, I bought the Wonder Woman airplane. I don't know if for those of you know about this. Wonder Woman's airplane is invisible. Her jet is invisible. So all it was like $5. No big deal. It was a package with no airplane.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen
So,
that around.
I got one and I gave it to my dad, and I was like, it's funky, but here it is.
That's funny. That's a good one. Yeah, I've seen that package.
And, I got some DC collectibles too. I know I haven't showed you. It's one of Starro. I have it out here in my little closet. I'll show you one day. But they always have some cool stuff. And then Marvel always has their their Hasbro. That's who their retail people is, or creators of the toys are. They always have some good their 6-inch figures, and then have their taller whatever figures.
The 12-inch.
Yeah, exactly, which is the Legend series and stuff like that. So there's always cool things for everybody, man. You got the Funkos, you got the action figures, you got statues, you got busts. So it's for sure for people that like to collect stuff. It's a really place to go to get exclusives that you won't get anywhere else.
Yeah, I could imagine spending so much money if I were to ever go to San Diego.
Yeah.
Like, once future down the line, get my own place. My place would look like just a toy museum and comics and.
No, yeah. I mean, you see what I
memorabilia.
have, and that's like not even close to, to putting out what it is. But anyways, that's just one aspect of, since I wasn't able to go to the San Diego Comic-Con, how I was able to partake in getting stuff that was exclusive to them. But that was fun. I always like hunting stuff like that, But besides that, I was just like everybody else that didn't go. We're just from the outside looking in, just waiting on whatever was tidbit of news. And I know you were, I was, you know me, I've been working a lot, stuff like that. So you've been keeping me up to date with specifically with DC stuff and
I was just scrolling
seeing you
through
geek out
every half hour. So I was scrolling through all the social medias for any updates in the news. And the big day was Saturday, where like they have the Hall H panels for like the big movie news drops.
Sidetrack
and
about
stuff.
that. Did you hear what happened? Because they were
What?
making such a big news about Hall H. There was a rumor that there was going to be a legendary Pokemon released coincide with Hall H and stuff like that, and there wasn't any. But it was just funny.
I think they actually, because Pokemon Go is so big, they were gonna have a panel in like a smaller room that they switched it over to the Hall H panel, like the biggest crowd, because of Pokemon Go just being so big.
So they opened one specifically for?
No, not a specific Pokemon character.
Uh-huh.
The panel was moved over to Hall H.
Really?
So it was a bigger panel.
For
So,
Pokemon Go?
Because everybody.
The creators or something? Or?
I don't know exactly specifics, but I
Mhm.
knew they had a panel.
Oh,
Just
man.
a general panel, small room, but it's like, hey, this thing is so big, let's do it in Hall H.
That's
kind
awesome.
of deal.
I mean, it's
That's
taking
crazy.
off. And it just started, 2-3 weeks ago, man.
It's insane.
So, anyways, so like Drew was saying, he was, refreshing, see what news came up, and I'll let him take it from here because this is his big news.
It's just the trailers. Go online, go on YouTube, look up Comic-Con trailers. You'll see a grip of them, a whole
Right.
buttload of them, both from DC and Marvel, the
Mhm.
TV and the movie side. It started, I think, Friday, actually, with the Netflix series from Marvel.
Right.
The first trailer I saw was Luke Cage.
Yeah,
Like,
and
they
it-
actually had footage from the show.
Mostly teaser, nothing like a real trailer.
No
but
storyline to it,
just
but just
teaser,
kind of, just
you know.
teaser image. That was cool. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. Like
Yep.
we reported on it. No, we know it's coming for a while. But what surprised me was that they actually had a teaser footage of Iron Fist also.
Right, because they just like from what I heard, they just barely started filming that.
I think so. Yeah, just a
Yeah.
few weeks ago or a month or so.
Yeah.
But just teaser footage. And Danny Rand is all we see the
Mhm.
character. We don't see him as Iron Fist, and we don't see the
Which
whole
will probably be the big reveal, like kinda
mystical,
like,
magical
halfway
stuff.
through the season, like they did with Daredevil.
And then they had a what am I? Defenders.
Right, and it was more of a kind of.
Just a promo Defenders.
There
No-
you go. I
no-
think that's the word. Promo trailer where they just showed the Defenders logo.
Yeah, it
in
was
a
played like
creative
to
way, in a
to
creative
Nirvana
way.
song,
Yeah, in a
and
creative
it's
way.
very, like a collage of images,
Mhm.
like spell out Defenders. But I was surprised they even just had that. But now we know Defenders is coming,
Yeah, so that's exciting.
so that's cool with the Netflix business on the Marvel side.
Yep, and
Uh,
also a promo trailer for Daredevil season 3.
There was a trailer. I didn't see that. I knew they announced season 3.
Yeah, it was just a promo trailer, just same as Defenders. Their promo trailer was it said Daredevil, the subway signs says 1 and 2, so it was Daredevil 1 and 2,
Uh-huh.
and then the light flickered, and then the number 3 came to the right side with blood splashed on it.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
I didn't even
ooh,
see that.
yeah.
I gotta look that up after this. Saturday though, the big monster news from both, the powerhouses DC and Marvel.
Yeah, all I
But-
remember is your text message. Oh my god!
They started off with Suicide Squad.
Right.
This movie was teased, that teaser footage, literally a year ago at last year's Comic-Con. So we've been waiting a year. And then it seems like these last 2 weeks and now 10 days until the movie comes out leading up to it, it feels like a whole other year has passed. Just the anticipation, I don't know about you, but for me, is like getting more and more
It's their
and more intense.
is it PR team?
It's the
Their
marketing.
Marketing.
It's
There we go.
the- yeah,
In
it's-
overdrive.
They've released so many like little TV spots, little 15, 20 seconds, like
Mhm.
the advanced tickets on sale, but like each individual character piece.
Right.
And they had a full like extended kind of trailer at Comic-Con with the soundtrack music onto
Uh-huh.
it, which actually hearing that music fit to the trailer, I like it better. Or
Yeah?
like I can
you?
I can enjoy it more than just the
Was
way
watching.
I've been complaining about it the last couple of weeks. I don't like it. But it was an awesome trailer just to see more with the Harley Quinn and more with Deadshot and
Yeah.
and Captain
Diablo.
Boomerang and all that. And
Yeah.
Joker, like little more tidbits of Joker. And just Jared Leto looks insane. And he
And-
looks amazing.
Funny enough, the hate has died down so much against Jared Leto. Because remember when he just came out with the promo of him just showing his whole makeup on
Yeah, the first image of him, everybody complaining
was
about
took
the
to the
tattoos
internet and
the
everything,
teeth
but
and the-
I mean, honestly, it's not really been in my radar in a while. Not many much of a fuss, I mean, there's people there, but nothing compared to what the original shot was. And it comes to show you, it's like, don't judge it until you see his, take on it.
what he does exactly.
Yeah.
Just how scrolling through social media feed, I saw like a little meme, a picture saying, with a picture of Gal Gadot and Ben Affleck saying, the two most complained about things, coming up in this movie, were the two most praised about at the end of the
With
Batman
Flash
v
and-
Superman. Is Gal Gadot is Wonder Woman and Batman is Ben Affleck.
Mhm.
So you just gotta take it easy, calm down, see it when it comes out, and then you can make those. Then you're free to nerd rage out and hate it all
Right.
you want if it's, if you feel it's bad when it comes out.
Mhm.
But along with that, then they continued. Oh, actually, during the panel too, David Ayer, the director, came out, brought out the cast. They did their panel.
Right.
DC also they brought just a little segment of the DC directors. So they brought out the director, like James Wan for Aquaman, and Rick, I don't butcher his last name, but I forget it, for The Flash. David Ayer, Zack Snyder, and Ben Affleck came out too. So Ben Affleck was there. So he's confirmed as a director for the DC universe.
Yeah, and
he tweeted out a picture of the logo, and kind of like official, like, hey, he's attached to write, star, and direct for the next Batman movie, which they're gonna fit in between Flash and Cyborg. So now we kind of have a more of a solid picture of when that's gonna be coming out. Following that was the Wonder Woman panel, and they released footage and a full-length trailer for the Wonder Woman movie.
You know what has captured me so far and into loving that trailer?
What's that?
The fight scenes.
That trailer was amazing.
I'm a huge fight scene kind of person. Big fan of Jet Li and stuff like that. And my God, her fight scenes were pretty awesome. Like 300-esque,
The directorial, just the way Patty Jenkins directed what we've seen so far of the fight scenes and the action look amazing. Just even the little bits of like just the slow mo and the trailer starts out with her finding Steve Trevor on the beach, and then it kind of goes into history of the World War I aspect of her coming into man's world. But once they start showing the action footage, like I literally like gasped out loud, like because you see Robin Wright, I forget the character that she plays, but that scene where they're storming their mascara, and like the warriors are fighting them, where she's up in the air with the bow and arrow, like jumping backwards over that rock, down at him. That looked amazing. And then just the more battle sequences, and then when you see Gal Gadot in the uniform out in the World War I trenches, that looked amazing. It just the music, it was so epic.
Yeah, it was really good, man.
I loved it, man. That I'm still watching it over and over and over. I'm like obsessed with this trailer. I have a thing when like I latch onto a trailer, I'm obsessed with it, and I watch it over and over. I did that with the BVS. I do that with Suicide Squad. And
do you analyze it, or you just enjoy it for what it is?
No, I analyze it too. I went through like pausing, going through the Wonder Woman frame by frame best I could to see little things in the backgrounds and trying to just get clues and glimpses of other things. But seeing her in action was awesome. Seeing that lasso, the glowing lasso, fighting with it was awesome. And just that last battle sequence where she's like in that building and she slides and it's like swiping with the sword and stuff. That one scene, it took me a few times to figure out what she was doing, but it's like a mid shot of her like body and like her arms like she's either getting hit by something or crushing something.
Right.
But I finally figured out it's like a gun that's like at her back, and she has her arms around it, and she kind of like just smashes it. And breaks it apart.
Okay. So you're saying it's like when you put your broomstick. People ever would have done this when you get the broomstick
behind you,
your back,
and you put your arms around it to like the front, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like there's that rifle or something there, and she just smashes it. And it took me a few viewings to finally like, oh, that's what that is. That just looks awesome.
No, that's cool.
I'm loving that trailer, and I'm so excited for this movie.
What else? What other trailer are you excited for? Come on, man. Give it to me.
I don't know. What else came out?
Justice League?
Justice League. I was so surprised that they brought out some footage for that.
A lot of people at work were excited by, people, people know us at work that we're into this.
Yeah.
They know, and it's nothing new. I always carry my bag of comic books. They were coming up to me. I was like, "Did you see the trailer? Did you see the trailer? It looks awesome."
I haven't been out in public, so I haven't talked to anybody yet.
Well, this is at work. I mean, I'm getting off, switching out. Everybody's like, "Did you see it? Did you see it?" I was like, "Of course I saw it, man."
What are your thoughts and feelings on it? What do you think?
I mean, so far so good. I mean, it's nothing to judge really, because there's no cohesion to it. It's just random scenes that they're showing you. Shows Bruce talking. That's what it shows. That's why little people are shocked, because it's showing Bruce talking to everybody.
I was so excited about this whole thing in general that didn't dawn on me until last night when we were at the Killing Joke.
Oh, okay.
And that guy up front was like, he's not a fan of Bruce Wayne being the one getting the team together as Bruce Wayne. That's when it dawned on me, like, Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. His secret identity. How much of a secret identity is going to be now?
Well, for what I took it from is like he is meeting his people, so for him to gain their trust, he needs to show that he's giving them something big secret. So it's like, I'm putting my trust in your hands. Could you please put your trust in my hands?
Yeah. At the same time, we don't actually know what capacity like he's going out. He could, because we've seen in the
He
show.
could be a
in the
representative.
comics,
He's like, hey, I'm a
or the
representative.
show in the comics, he's always had. He goes out and as a different identity. He's got a beard in here, and he could be
representative of something else.
saying a different name,
True,
introducing himself
true.
as a different person.
But that kind of flew out the window when he threw his batarang
Yeah.
at Flash.
Yeah, and that's actually one of the scenes we talked about when like the whole press event happened when press was allowed to visit the Justice League set, and that's what everybody was reporting. One of the scenes that they got to see was that whole introduction of Bruce and
Flash.
Barry,
Yeah.
and that was cool to actually see. That.
Yep, that was awesome. That was a great scene. But what did you like? Did you enjoy the trailer? Were you like geeked out?
I mean, of course, I'm just like fanboying out, going crazy about it. I love. I wasn't a fan of the music choice of it. It didn't fit for me.
Right.
Just the White Stripes song, but just whatever footage they put together, it was cool to see the interaction between Bruce and Diana, the little comedy. Barry like being a jokester, kind of like funny, and like peppy and
Kind of like in the TV shows.
what's his name?
Smart
Arthur,
ass.
Aquaman.
Arthur Harris?
Freaking badass.
Not Arthur Harris.
What's his name? Arthur Curry.
Arthur Curry.
Arthur
Mhm.
Curry. But just seeing him, seeing Diana, seeing Bruce and Cyborg, we get to see Cyborg too. I'm like stoked about it, man. So excited.
So it's only a matter of time, man. Just something else for you to geek out and wait for another year.
For another year, I hate that they do this now. Like they drop this stuff a year in advance.
Yeah.
It's like, oh come on, you got to make us wait now.
Oh man, what other trailers they came out? Let's see.
Going along with Justice League though, I just saw today Justice League Dark is gonna have an animated movie.
Really?
And there's some footage of it. Yeah, there's like a little trailer put together.
You're
It's so unfinished that they show like animated footage and then storyboard stuff.
Oh, okay. So
in
you're gonna show
between.
me that after today.
And the voice of Constantine was the actor who played Constantine in the TV show.
Oh.
So Matt Ryan came back to reprise Constantine.
So that shows maybe they're gonna keep him around and.
I hope so, because he did awesome. Because he was in Arrow. He came as Constantine in Arrow.
Mhm.
So I hope they reboot that show or something. But
Mm-hmm.
it was really good. I ended up liking it a lot.
Oh, that's cool, man. And then with more trailers, they also for Marvel side they got a lot of the cast for the Guardians of the Galaxy 2. They showed new cast members and stuff like that. They showed Watu, and they also announced a big announcement towards the end of their big talk. Do you remember? Did you see that?
For the Guardians?
No, when they brought everybody on stage, the whole Marvel
about
family.
Guardians, I was actually surprised. They talked about Sylvester Stallone's part in it,
Mm-hmm.
and Kurt Russell, and who Kurt Russell is going to be playing. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell is going to be playing Star-Lord's dad, but the character is Ego. Do you know who Ego is?
Ego?
Ego. He's a living planet. Because like they dropped that news, they mentioned it, and then people were like blowing their lids over it. I was like, I don't know what's going on because I don't know these characters.
Right.
So then I kind of researched a bit, and Marvel or Ego is a planet, a living planet, kind of like the Green Lantern. What is that planet?
Oa.
That's alive.
Is it Planet Oa?
No, that's the Green Lantern home planet, right? But isn't there a planet that's a living?
Yeah,
Green
yeah,
Lantern?
yeah.
So the Ego is, I guess, the Marvel version of that. He's a living planet.
So they have a planet?
So that's Star
Oh,
Lord's dad.
God. That's Star-Lord's dad?
That's Star Lord's dad. That's Kurt Russell.
What?
Yep.
That's a little bit retarded.
Well, that's the thing. That's James Gunn, and that's Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just
God.
off the wall bonkers.
That is bonkers.
That is
I
bonkers.
don't know how I feel about that one.
They showed some Thor, little behind the scenes kind of thing.
Okay, they
What they
they're
did
not
show-
showing any trailers on that yet.
No, because they just started filming maybe a week or two ago. But what they put together, the director Taika Waititi, he's big in the comedy world. What he put together was an Office-style mockumentary about what Thor was up to during Civil War.
Really? I haven't seen that.
None of this Marvel stuff was actually released online. This is just strictly for the Hall H.
Okay.
So that's what they showed for along with Thor, along with why am I blanking on? You know, the drawings of what the characters are going to look like.
Oh, the storyboard for the Guardians together?
Storyboard.
Uh-huh.
No, it's storyboard. What do they call it? Concept art.
Concept art, okay.
for like the character stuff, and the Hulk, and he's going to have that Planet Hulk armor, where he's got the armor and the.
Probably for when he goes to fight Hela.
So they're taking influence from Planet Thor or Planet Hulk into Thor Ragnarok. So that's what they showed on the Thor side of it. Black Panther, no actual footage, but they got like the cast out.
Yeah, they're gonna have his sister,
and then they added Denai Guerrera, who plays Michonne on The Walking Dead. So she's joined the cast now.
I believe she's gonna be. I believe she's gonna be Black Panther's sister.
Is that?
Because in the comic books, he has a sister who ends up becoming the queen. And then she ends up not getting killed, but is placed in suspended animation, which puts the Black Panther back in the place as the king. That's what's going on in that world, anyways. But that's cool, man. That was pretty fun.
Let's see what else in the Marvel world. Doctor Strange. Did you see that trailer?
Yeah, I liked it. It was pretty cool.
It looked cool.
It really showed how it really is mind-bending magic. That's how they're going to battle each other.
Just watching it, all I was watching was like,
Am I on acid?
This is Marvel's Inception. This is Marvel's Inception to the max.
Yes.
It's just so much.
With amazing visuals.
Planet-bendy, magic-y stuff.
Right.
And it looks cool. Like, yeah, each bit of news that keeps dropping with all this stuff just gets me more and more excited.
Yeah, and then the announcing of Captain Marvel.
At the end of the panel, they got the whole, like, all the panelists and cast and stuff together, and they're announced they're going to take a big group family picture. I was like, oh, wait, we got one more we'd like to announce. And they finally officially announced that Brie Larson is to be playing Captain Marvel.
Which is awesome.
Which has been rumored for a while. We actually talked about that. But yeah, finally to see her actually cast, and it's official, and she's out there with the rest of them. It's like, cool. I don't read the Captain Marvel stuff. I don't follow, but just a new character.
She is not just a regular. I mean, she's a Oscar-winning actress.
Oh yeah.
So it's not it. That's the thing that people seem to forget sometimes. It's just not a regular Joe Schmo movies. These are movies that are getting blockbuster names, Oscar winners.
This has been for the last 8-9 years.
This is the mainstream now. Yeah,
8-9 years was starting with Robert Downey Jr. for Iron Man, and maybe even before then with Christian Bale for Batman.
What? Another winner.
Kind of started back then. Maybe even actually Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire was kind of like a legit actor at that point.
He was.
And cast in a comic book movie. So that's when they started taking it seriously, and the industry started taking these movies for.
But now it's to the point where
legit.
You got big Hollywood names asking and begging to be part of this.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. But anyway, that's cool, man. I'm glad they finally have a Captain Marvel. So.
And she's a big
I'm
part
excited.
of like the comics right now too. So she's like a major player in the
Civil War II.
Yep.
Which I am on her side right now. So.
I don't know what's going on. Last I heard was just that Banner was killed. The Hulk was killed off.
In a cool way with Hawkeye.
That's crazy.
Crying with tears that he did it that was heart wrenching. What do you have on The Walking Dead though?
Walking Dead season 7 trailer came out. Did you see that? Really good trailer. This season looks like crazy because it's a bigger world now. Like there's more.
It's not just enclosed in the little camp or anything
more
like that.
factions of people, more survivors, and the whole issue with Negan, being the big bad. And I went through this trailer as best I could to just kind of like.
They already said it.
Of course, they're
pay attention to.
They're smart. They're not gonna accidentally show you the cast throughout this trailer to see it's like, oh, they're alive. Oh, they're alive. They didn't get killed. But they showed. Like the hilltop in the kingdom and so you haven't seen this trailer?
No.
Do you know? Well, you're pretty up to date with the comic book. You know Ezekiel?
No. The one when I stopped, I caught up to this year when Negan. Spoilers alert, I guess. When Negan was already in the jail cell.
Okay, so you know about Negan. I mean Ezekiel. Ezekiel's the kingdom. He's the leader of the kingdom with the tiger.
God, I don't remember that.
Basically, at the end of this trailer, you're introduced to Ezekiel, And one of the big things is in the comic he has a pet tiger, and sure enough, he's in the comic or he's in the show.
I remember that.
Yeah, at the end of the trailer they show his pet tiger. But just I mean, I'm excited for that too. I can't wait till October. Find out finally who gets killed off. Which I'm still thinking it's Daryl.
You think it's Daryl?
Yeah, because they kind of spent their load with the Glenn thing. He had so many close calls last season.
Yeah, it can't be Glenn. Come on.
So if he gets killed off, it's like
Maggie.
no big
It's
deal.
gonna be Maggie.
I don't think it's gonna be Maggie.
It's gonna be Maggie.
No, if it's Maggie, I riot.
You're right if it's Maggie, but not Daryl.
No, because I fantasize more about Maggie than Daryl.
Sorry, Maggie. You're dead. You're so dead.
And I was trying.
Michonne?
I saw bits and pieces of the panel, and I was trying to see if there was any awkwardness with any of the actors. Like kind of like, are they still on the show, or are they off the show, and what are they doing here? Kind of.
Right.
And I couldn't pick up on anything. If anybody was kind of giving off signals.
So what about the other trailers? They had the Kong, Skull Island.
Do you like that one?
That was cool. It was pretty interesting the way they played it. That was pretty cool. I like the visuals.
It's leading to the bigger universe of like
Kong versus
Godzilla. So.
And then
like as far as Kong, you got Tom Hiddleston, and you got Brie Larson. And
Brie Larson's in it. Yep.
Isn't Sam Jackson in that one too?
Well, he's in every movie. I mean, I wouldn't surprise me. He's in Justice League somehow.
Yeah, I forgot to mention he's in Justice League. He's also in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
He's in Luke Cage. He's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Talking about earlier, it's like he's in everything. So wouldn't surprise me. And then I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but I enjoy their movies and the books. The Fantastic Beasts trailer.
That looks really good. I just saw that one today.
It did, didn't it?
It looked
I remember
really
I told
cool.
you that Colin Farrell, just even on the trailer itself,
So is he
looked amazing.
Looks like he's like the villain. In
Yeah, but the way he carried himself was like, ooh.
Because we'd seen the teaser trailer a while back for this, and
It was just him in the
like,
bed, yeah.
I was interested in it. I was like, oh, cool, something
But
new
they
in the Harry Potter world.
directly show the beasts here.
Yeah, so that was really cool to see all that action and the special effects. And
So I'll be looking out for this one.
I'm really excited for that one. Yeah.
And then you told me about the trailer for this one. I didn't know beforehand that they released it. Was Lego Batman.
Lego Batman. Did you see it?
Yeah,
Wasn't it
that
so cool?
was funny.
It was really good. It was so funny to see. It's just a comedy. It's
Yeah,
the Lego
Arnett
comedy.
is hilarious, dude.
Arnett and even Michael Cera as Robin, and it's
The way he turns like, oh, this is too tight for me. Let me take my.
Let me take the pants off. The way they made him look with the goggles.
Yeah,
and the
I
glasses.
was like, oh god.
That was funny. That one. That's a good one. I'm excited for that.
Oh my god. I see you have a lot of TV stuff too, huh?
They got trailers for the TV shows, the Arrow, Flash, and the DC Legends of Tomorrow.
So
You're
check
not
those
really
out.
caught up onto those.
Mm.
But I mean, you're familiar with what's going on with the Flash.
Yeah.
We're going into the Flashpoint, and as far as that trailer shows, it shows like a lot of the characters and just different. It's a different life for these characters.
Yeah,
and
it's
a lot of them
Flashpoint. So
don't know each
technically
other,
it's like
and
the opposite of everything.
so timeline has completely changed because he didn't have the life he led the last two seasons.
Mhm.
So
And then let's go on to what we've been watching this weekend.
yeah, we actually went to the movies this last weekend.
Yeah.
And last night too.
Yeah, we saw the first. Was it Friday or Saturday?
It was Saturday.
Saturday. We went to see Lights Out.
Lights out.
I enjoyed it. It was a good movie that I liked. That 2 points. I never get scared. I rarely ever do. But
was
they
surprised.
did such a well thing with misdirection that they got me. I was like, oh, Jesus, I jumped in my seat.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't. They didn't. The jump scares, or I wasn't too impressed with it. Especially from what I've been hearing from like everybody that I follow and stuff, I wasn't too impressed with it.
Really?
Yeah,
So you think people build it up too much for you?
I think so.
It got me, and for me to admit that they actually got me, I had to give it kudos because I don't remember the last time a movie ever got me to jump scare like that. And I always enjoy. I love watching scary movies, so I'm always watching it.
I think
and
the
they're very
Lights Out-
predictable. But like I told you, they were so good with misdirection. I was like, oh, that got me.
There were parts that, as far as, like you said, it wasn't too predictable
Mm-hmm.
because it strayed to, I guess, comedy.
Right.
Because it was actually really funny.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of funny moments in it. And, but little bits and pieces I did see coming, and the whole, like, when you're talking to a character, like, don't go in there, or like, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Make better decisions. Like, the whole, okay, you're going to spend the night in the scary house. Why are you guys going to sleep apart? All get in one room,
But
turn
that
all
will
the lights on,
that will
rip all the curtains
that
out.
will always be true with every scary movie.
But well, that's the thing with this movie. It was so much more obvious because we all know that this evil thing shows up in the dark. The dark is kind of avoidable if you rip out all the curtains, if you get spotlights. And,
right. But she was able to kill off the spotlights. Remember that. She was able to kill off the electricity.
She was, but I mean, there was no attempt for that. That's in my thing, but I enjoyed it. Okay, it was all right.
Yeah, so I give it about honestly, in scary movies, I go 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. That's
Mhm.
a high score. I'd go 5. It was just kind of average for me. It still had its spooky moments. I was gonna say the lights out short actually scares me more, or scared me, or creeps me out more than the movie did.
Yeah, I can see.
I was a little
Mhm.
disappointed in not, at least me, in not seeing the creature or whatever, because it was just all shadow.
I enjoy
And-
that because it was such a mystery, and I don't know. I just enjoyed the eyes, the way they shined off and everything. I enjoyed it.
Not like I wouldn't not recommend it. I'd still, go check it out. You'll get scared.
Yeah.
But I guess because it was overhyped for me.
You had to edit that out.
I'm not going to be able to get that out of the background. But And last night we actually got to go to the Fathom event for that Batman Killing Joke release.
Oh, man, and what a show it was.
That was really good because I was anticipating, because I knew it was going to be released, a one-night-only event.
Right.
So I bought my tickets the minute they came out.
Yeah, because we
And-
didn't expect our local comic book shop to do an event on it.
Yeah, because it was only limited theaters, and there's like 4 or 5 around our area, and there was only one that did it. So it's like, all right, I got to get my ticket minute it comes out. So I got my ticket, and 2 days later I found out our comic book shop was going to do a screening. I was like, but I already got my ticket. It was like, I kind of want to go with the group and stuff. So I told you about it, and even you were hesitant about doing it at first.
But I was like, F it, I'll do it.
So yeah, so it was cool, fun time, and it was actually a big deal because the Fathom event alone sold out. That they had to add a second day. So
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
So it's showing again tonight for the 2 showings. 7 and 10.
Well, we're seeing the numbers right now, so it made
And just
huge
last
amount of
night,
money.
$3.1 million, and I think this is
their
I've-
highest grossing.
I've been to one
To
other Fathom
movie?
event, and that one there was only 3 people in the theater. And I've never heard of these Fathom events kind of like getting big business and stuff. It was cool, like one-night releases, special re-releases
Yeah.
of movies and stuff. And this is the second one I've been to, and it sold out. But going with their comic book shop was cool.
Yeah, it
And
was,
I
and
liked
going
it.
with our friends and everything like that. But it's reading the comic and seeing that they were able to pull off the creepiness and the seriousness.
It was dark.
It
crazy
was
dark.
really good.
Yeah. What they
The
had to do
eyes
though
is
was
what did it for me.
with the first half hour, they had to kind of give it a prologue, kind of expand the story, leading into what is the Killing Joke that we know,
Correct.
as far as a graphic novel. And that was kind of controversial. That was kind of divisive among the fans.
I liked
But
it. I thought it was funny too.
I
Though.
did. I mean, you had to expand the story a bit,
It
and
made you
there
connect
there was
with
some
character,
comedy
too.
and and. What did you think about no spoilers or no spoilers?
Oh god.
Or
Yeah,
spoilers.
I mean this has been out since the '80s, so yes, I'm cool with spoilers.
Well, I mean, not the first half hour. The first half hour is something new.
True, but I mean,
Well, it was all built up in order to get more connection, more
With Barbara.
Barbara Gordon and the Batman
yeah, 'cause-
family kind of
yeah.
stuff.
Because we already knew about Batman.
Yeah.
Not many people know about Barbara being who she turns out after this whole event kind of deal. But it made you connect with more with Barbara, and then that famous sex scene
That was unexpected.
that was hilarious.
That was
though.
funny.
That
And
was
the
hilarious.
whole bit after that, like the whole
Yeah.
her being like a girly girl, and,
Yeah.
and Batman just being
A man.
hit it and quit it.
A man being the man's man, tapping it and not calling back.
That phone call was funny.
Yes.
That was good, but once it got into the Joker story of it was like, wow, this is it.
Dark.
This is dark. This is
Just
crazy.
that smile and the eye. I was like, oh my god.
But I loved hearing Mark Hamill. Just this
Yeah.
Batman animated series things. It's like, it's very, in my eyes, it's very something monumental.
You're right.
It's like dating back to 1992, taking off of the success of the Batman movies from Tim Burton, how this became almost a bigger kind of Batman in people's eyes, and how Kevin Conroy's been doing it for over 20 years, and he's the voice all of us hear when we were reading Batman, or
Very true.
and same with the Joker. This is the Joker voice we all hear.
And I believe Leto will be able to do that.
I don't know if he could live up to.
I think he will. I
think he'll do an amazing job.
I think he'll. I'm telling you, I think he'll do a job where, to the point where maybe the kids will see that that's their Joker.
Well, I mean, naturally, and no matter what age, 20 years from now, whoever plays Joker, that's going to be their Joker.
Correct.
And the same thing with the way you have your Batman. And
Christian Bale's my Batman.
but I know Jared Leto's going to knock it out of the park,
Mhm.
but he's not going to replace what Mark Hamill is.
Oh no. We're not talking about replacement. It's just a different view, and I think Leto can do such a great job that he can skew it to this is what the new norm for Joker will be now.
Like seeing that opening little documentary thing, and then the piece at the end.
That was cool.
That has a heaviness to me because of the way, in my eyes, how I feel it is so monumental. It's like this actor, in a lot of people's eyes, is so monumental because of what Star Wars means to them. And that same way, Batman means to me, and he's like a part of that too.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Hamill's like a huge thing in this world. He's the Joker, like my favorite villain, period.
Right.
Along with, I mean, just my favorite superhero, Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the hell out of this movie.
It was great.
amazing.
You saw it twice. So.
I literally saw it twice because I went to the comic book shop. It was a 7 p.m. showing, and I had my pre-bought ticket already from the original purchase at 10 o'clock. So I went in and watched it again. I was super tired, but I didn't end up.
But either way, even our friends enjoyed it, who some aren't really big, huge in the comic world, and they enjoyed it. So, I mean, it really does reach for the fans that know it and the fans that really don't, you know.
How did you feel about the ending?
I felt like the book did a better job of leaving you in the dark, kind of like Inception. In the end, you're like, wait, was he dreaming or is this the real world? And in the book, it leaves you with, wait, did he just kill the Joker?
Or I actually never picked up on that.
You never picked that up?
I never picked up on that.
Yeah.
I actually felt it more in the movie.
Well,
because I was more aware of it now as opposed to when I first read the book.
I mean, he says it the whole time. I mean, that's the whole theme. Honestly, I think that's the most underlying theme in the whole movie. I honestly think it's whether Batman will cross the line. That's the underlying theme.
Well, yeah, because thinking of it all over again, the title, the killing joke.
Yeah.
And then the whole jail sequence where it says it's going to come down to either I kill you or you kill me.
And that's what the whole point was. Even in the end, he says that. He tries to talk to him one more time.
Yeah.
And he just starts laughing, and he just puts his hands on his shoulder.
Yeah, because what other reason would he have
Joker's
to,
laughing with him, and then Joker stops laughing, and he's just still laughing. He broke Batman.
Yeah, because I felt it, like it was, I saw it more obvious in this movie. Because when I read the book, I didn't pick up on that until I heard a little while afterwards, like how it was, did he kill him or did he not? It was meant to insinuate that he did kill him. It's like, oh, and like I put the pieces together, like the killing joke, that conversation in the jail cell,
right,
and the whole trying to break Gordon, and then Gordon not breaking,
pushing, then he'll do it by the books.
Yeah, and then Batman's kind of like,
this was all about Batman. This wasn't about Joker.
I told you it was either gonna be you killing me or me killing you, and then just at the end how it pans away and they're both laughing, and then the Joker stops laughing. It's like, that was creepy.
Yes.
That was really good.
Either way, we recommend it. Enjoy it.
It comes out on DVD and Blu-ray next week, so I'm gonna be picking it up for sure.
All right.
And we recommend you guys go out and
do the same.
Buy it. If you don't want to buy it, find a way to rent it or stream it.
Come over.
Red
Watch it
box
with
it?
us. Yeah.
We'll have a big old screening in the backyard.
Yeah. Drew. So what else, man? It was pretty much a Comic-Con week, honestly.
It was just a lot of news. It's still, I mean, we barely scratched the surface.
It is, and it's because there's just so much news. I mean, we forgot to bring up Star Wars finally wrapped up. Forgot about that.
The filming of Star Wars.
Yeah, there's a lot of things, and it's just too much to.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can't get you every single bit of detailed news.
Mm-hmm.
We get you the biggest, bits that we feel like.
Yeah, and if we miss anything out that let us know. Put in, just make a comment. Let us know what's up.
We're full-time employees and students.
Yeah,
so
family, homeowners and everything. So we tried our best. Give us what's up, man. Let us know if we miss anything that enlighten us. Share, like, subscribe, comment, follow us on Instagram. Hit us up, man. We're pretty approachable, very friendly. You got anything else to add, Drew?
I'm done.
All right, guys. So this pretty much came over for us.
See ya.
Los, bye. God, I need to buy that movie now.
And we fade out.